All right, welcome to Dental Board's reviews. This is Dental Implantology review series number 5. So if you haven't reviewed the first 4 series, make sure you review them. Subscribe so you can receive a notification for the subsequent series. Okay? All right. So question number 29. The titanium used in currently marketed endosseous implants can be described as what? Okay, so the current dental implants have what type of titanium? Okay, is it highly ductile? Is it grade 1 titanium? Is it used in its pure element state, or is it non-ferromagnetic? So if you said non-ferromagnetic, you are correct. Remember, titanium is non-ferromagnetic, meaning is not attracted to magnets. There's different types of magnetism, but in this case, non-ferromagnetism is a property of the titanium used in the dental implants. Okay, so when you go to the airports, you don't ring bells. All right, so titanium. So the American Society of the for the Testing and Materials recognizes 31 grades of titanium. Okay, titanium metal and alloys. Um, Usually they are grade 1s through 4 are commercially used. So an alloyed pure titanium is considered to be 99.2%. Okay, so there's still some a small percentage, 0.8% of impurities. All right. So these 4 distinguished grades of titanium vary in degrees of tensile strength, and grade 1 is considered to be most ductile, and grade 4 is considered to be least ductile. So this one is supposed to know comparison. The majority of currently marketed endosseous implants are grade 4 titanium, okay, because it's least ductile. All right. All right. So titanium is very biocompatible, okay, and it has high resistance to corrosion. However, when it's exposed to high concentration of acid, it's subject to etching, acid etching. All right. All right. So titanium is non-ferromagnetic, magnetic, as we mentioned, and will not interfere with MRI procedures or airport screenings. Okay. So make sure that you know that. Question number 30. High incidence of implant failure is found in what area of the jaws? Okay. Is it found in the anterior mandible, posterior maxilla, anterior maxilla, or posterior mandible? If you say posterior maxilla, you are correct. Okay. All right. Okay. So B is our answer. So question 31. What is the main predictor of implant survival? Okay. Is it primary stability, secondary stability, tertiary stability, or size of dental implant? If you say it's primary stability, remember when I said in the previous series that you have to consider the type of bone that you're placing the implant and whether you're going to achieve primary stability, okay, when you place the implant. And the ability to achieve primary stability is going to drive your approach to implant placement. Are you going to do a bone graft first? Or are you going to do second stage versus single stage? Are you going to do immediate loading? Okay. So all those things, primary stability is key. Okay. All right. So A is the answer. All right. Protection of bone implant junction. is primarily a function of what? Of the peri-implant soft tissue. Okay, we saw this in previous series. So the peri-implant soft tissue margin, the connective tissue margin, the junctional epithelium, or the periodontal ligament. Okay, so if you say the junctional epithelium, you are correct. Okay, and this was explained in the previous series. Okay, so make sure you know that. And this is a quick feedback. So on the biological function of peri-implant soft tissues, okay, the junctional epithelium usually creates a seal to protect bone-implant interface. Okay, this is what the question was asking about. And the junctional epithelium helps to defend, okay, by creating a barrier that protects bone and connective tissue against microbial invasion. Okay, so it also protects. All right. And the junctional epithelium and connective tissues create an attachment to an abutment, okay, to implant abutment. Question 33. New bone matrix begins to form first on the surface of the implant, which can be referred to as, okay, so when the new bone forms on the surface of the implant, what do you call it? Is it distance osteogenesis? Is it contact osteogenesis? Both or none of the above? Okay. So if you said, okay, if you said both, all right. So the new bone forms first on the surface of implant. Okay. So it says both, but here I'll say that it's a contact osteogenesis. Okay. So our answer here supposed to be B. Okay. All right. So excuse that. So our answer is contact osteogenesis because it's directly. Okay. Distance osteogenesis is when the bone is start to form away from the implant. Okay. So let's review this. So contact osteogenesis, new bone. Okay. This is what I said. The answer there was supposed to be B. So the new bone matrix begins to form first on the surface of the implant. Okay, so these are contact osteogenesis and can be referred to as de novo, as new bone. De novo means new bone for those of you who speak Spanish or Latin. All right, de novo means new bone formation. Okay, and distance osteogenesis, as I mentioned, formation of bone away from the implant as it starts to form. So new bone begins to form on the surface of old bone in the peri-implant site, and osteogenic cells continue to lay bone matrix until it touches implant. Okay, and this is also uh, similar to apposition of bone. Okay, and osteogenesis usually continues, and this matrix of apposition of bone encroaches onto the implant body surface, and the implant becomes surrounded with the bone. All right. Question 34. Ideal vertical implant position is, so when you place an implant, what's the ideal vertical implant position? All right. Is it so that is a vertical position when you're referencing to the CEJ of the next of the adjacent tooth. Okay, so B usually is supposed to be 2 to 3 millimeters apical. Okay, apical to CEJ of adjacent natural tooth. Okay, that's how we put it. Okay, all right. Let's see here. So as I mentioned in the previous slides, okay, so in the previous slides we discussed about the epi spread. This is the picture, okay? I included a picture so we can discuss the picture here. So epi spread, the question was, what is the distance, okay, of cantilever? The cantilever, as you can see, is the distance of the prosthesis from the last implant, okay, to the last tooth restored, okay? That's the cantilever. And this length, the question was, how long should this length be? The length of the cantilever. So the length of the cantilever is supposed to be 1.5 times to 2 times the distance of the most anterior implant. For example, this implant here and this implant. Okay, so this distance is considered the epi spread of implant, anterior posterior spread of the implant. Okay, so the cantilever length, okay, this length here is supposed to be 1.5 to 2 times the length of the epi spread. Make sure you memorize that, okay? All right. So coming up next is going to be dental implantology review number 6. Make sure you click subscribe so you can receive the new notification for the new videos, okay? And I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you have any questions, comment. And for those of you who have been sending me emails, make sure you check your inboxes because I've already responded, okay? All right, take care.